rise and find your seats. Hi. Welcome to the 2024 State of the City Address. If you are able, please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to welcome Miss Kimani Gervin McCoy to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets glove the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Kimani. That was wonderful. You may all be seated. Thank you for taking the time from your day to join us tonight to celebrate Palm Coast's successes of 2023 and take a glimpse into 2024. We want to extend a special welcome to our local elected officials and dignitaries in attendance with us tonight, including Palm Coast Mayor David Alphin, Vice Mayor Ed Danko, Council Member Teresa Pontieri, Council Member Kathy Hyder, Council Member Nick Klufus, County Commissioner Chair Andy Dance, Flagler County Commissioner Dave Sullivan, Flagler County Commissioner Greg Hansen, Commissioner Leanne Pennington, Sheriff Rick Staley, School Board Member Cheryl Massero, School Board Member Will Furry, Supervisor of Elections Katie Linhart, County Administrator Heidi Petito, Flagler Beach Police Chief Matt Downey, and Flagler School Superintendent LaShaka Moore. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium our City Manager, Miss Denise Bevan.
Good evening, Palm Coast. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this year's State of the City Address. I am Denise Bevan, and I am your city manager. Thank you for taking the time to be here, and please know we are always appreciative of your continued support for our community. Before we get started, I wanted to take just a minute to share my perspective of Palm Coast, because I feel some of you may be able to relate to who I am and why I'm here. From the very beginning, even before making Palm Coast my home, I felt a very special connection to this city. I have always had a strong love and appreciation for nature, open space, recreation, which includes 130 miles of our trails now connecting throughout the county. On the weekends, you'll likely find me enjoying the trails with my friends and my dog, her name is Allie, savoring the moments that make Palm Coast so special. My story with Palm Coast began as senior environmental planner 17 years ago. Fueled by a passion for the environment, every decision I made was approached with opportunity and optimism. Excuse me. Many memories have been made throughout the years. One of the first city projects I assisted with the protection of natural resources was Waterfront Park. One of the parks you may even catch me today or on the weekends enjoying. Today, it is a premier destination with the support of grants from Florida Inland Navigation District, Florida Department of Environmental Protection, and so many other community partners. Another memory is quite special to me as well. One of the first meetings I had out of the office was to assist permitting a future tennis facility. In 2007, the Friends of Tennis, myself, and at the time the city manager, all traveled to Palaca to the St. Johns River Water Management District to discuss moving the facility forward. And we were successful. That's our tennis facility of yesterday. How very special of a moment now to reflect on today, City Council's vision to bring a premier Southern Recreation Center along with a regional Lehigh trailhead that really does expand on the success of yesterday's tennis center. Excuse me, which will be opening very soon. We're very excited about that. Again, another extremely successful project with the support of the Florida Department of Transportation and the Tourist Development Council. After 17 years, I am immensely proud of the accomplishments of this city on the rise. Look at what City Council and our amazing staff have accomplished over the last 20 years. I've witnessed the city's advancement and progress through the years, and my belief in the potential of our citizens and our organization is unwavering. Just like the last 20 years, we continue to plan for our future, and our collaboration has never been stronger with our partners at Flagler County and our neighboring cities. Now, certainly, we have plenty of work to do. We are a young city with old bones, after all, but this annual event here tonight is a reminder of just how far we've come. These achievements are a collective effort of an exceptional team of over 600 city staff members. They too are your neighbors. I am incredibly proud of the dedicated individuals who work around the clock to make Palm Coast the thriving community it is today. Without their commitment, none of the accomplishments we'll hear today would be possible. We all share many things in common, but most special is that Palm Coast is our home. Before we hear from Mayor Alphen, I want to share a special video from our City Council members, offering their own views about what makes Palm Coast truly exceptional.
Today is a special day as we come together to celebrate the remarkable achievements of Palm Coast. It's a moment for reflection, acknowledging the progress we've made, and collectively steering our city towards an even brighter future. While we recognize that things aren't perfect, let's keep in mind that every step we take is paving the way for positive change.
Building on this momentum, our commitment to creating vibrant recreational spaces has never been stronger. Exciting projects at Waterfront Park and the Lehigh Trailhead are transforming these areas into dynamic destinations for our community to explore connect, and play. Despite facing challenges, our dedication to enhancing everyone's quality of life remains constant.
Ensuring safe roadways is a paramount concern for us. Our milling and resurfacing initiative tirelessly works to maintain and improve our infrastructure, benefiting residents, visitors, and our dedicated first responders. This ongoing effort reflects our unwavering commitment to keeping our streets safe and efficient.
This year, our stormwater and engineering crews have achieved significant milestones. Their dedication ensures that our city's infrastructure is resilient, capable of withstanding challenges, and safeguarding the well-being of our community. The resilience of Palm Coast stands as a testament to the hard work of these unsung heroes.
Public safety remains paramount in Palm Coast, with the Flagler County Sheriff's Office and Palm Coast Fire Department staffed by highly skilled professionals who are leading the way. In 2023 alone, our fire department, under the leadership of Chief Berryhill, responded to 14,310 calls for service and provided vital assistance during recovery efforts. And soon, a new fire station in Seminole Woods will further enhance our ability to serve and protect our residents. Thanks to our sheriff, Rick Staley, and the relentless efforts of his dedicated deputies and staff, crime is down by 54%, marking an historical 25-year low. Because of these brave men and women, we have proudly earned the rank of the second safest city in Florida, only to be surpassed by the Villages.
As we continue to support local businesses and foster industry growth, let's remember that our future is shaped by the choices we make today. Together, we will plan strategically, ensuring that Palm Coast remains a safe, thriving, and welcoming community for all. Thank you for being an integral part of this incredible journey. Here's to an even brighter tomorrow.
Thank you to all of our council members for your dedication to Palm Coast and its residents. Now it is with great pleasure that I introduce the mayor of our great city, Mayor David Alfin.
I know I'm supposed to go there first, but I rarely get the opportunity to tee this up, so I can hope you hear me just for a minute. The city manager made a point which I want to reinforce. I'm tonight the designated hitter, the DH. I have been honored with the opportunity to voice the words that our city staff of over 600 have put together in a most painstaking fashion to make sure that you hear our story and their story of Palm Coast. They are sitting in the audience with you. They are sitting next to you. They are your neighbors. They are the folks that make the quality of life that we all enjoy possible. So please, you're looking at me, but the words I'm saying are coming from this staff. So again, thank you all so much for being here this evening. Appreciate your time. It's the dawn of another year in our beautiful city, making a time of renewal and revitalization. This year, I'd like to do things a little differently. I think I did. For this State of the City address, instead of shining a light on what we are doing in the city, let's point the spotlight where it belongs, on all of you. So please, just for a moment, turn to the person to the right, turn to the person sitting next to you on the left, make a smile, and say welcome. This is our community. Thank you. Today, we are going to hear your stories, our stories. Palm Coast stands tall in its pride for public safety, commitment to maintaining and improving infrastructure, economic vitality, and exceptional quality of life. But make no mistake, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. I believe everyone in this room would concur that as the word about our beautiful city attracts new residents to Palm Coast, we experience the inevitable growing pains. We know that there are focus areas that need our undivided attention, and we are making those a top priority. That is why we are dedicated to addressing traffic issues through a multitude of grants and traffic improvement projects. Our efforts extend to expanding stormwater capacity to better serve the community as a whole, collaborating with our public safety partners who are present here today. We are working to uphold an all-inclusive plan aimed at ensuring your safety. Throughout these endeavors, we actively pursue funding from local, state, and federal programs to alleviate the financial burden on our residents. What makes Palm Coast distinct is rooted in all you reflect our city's triumphs and challenges. We are the sum of each other's struggles, successes, dreams, and trials. We are Palm Coast. Now, let's hear from our heroes who serve our community.
I've been living in Palm Coast since 2007, moved here when I was in middle school, so I grew up here for most of the time. So my role at the fire department is I drive the trucks, pump them at fires, get us to the medical calls, paramedic side, so we can do a little bit more of the advanced life support, so medication, administration, and things of that nature. So ever since I was little, it was always a dream. Before I started becoming a firefighter, I was actually a golf pro here in town, and just kind of decided it was time for me to go after my dreams and do it. I started as a volunteer intern, so it really let me see the side of things before working here. And I really saw the family aspect that we have here, the culture that we have. Everyone here is like a tight-knit family, so that aspect of it really attracted me. Seeing the growth of Palm Coast is exciting because as the city grows, the needs for the fire department grows as well. And having a community that supports us and sees the need for us is really important, I believe.
I became a deputy sheriff in Flagler County just because I originally started off here as a sheriff's explorer, and I wanted to give back to the community that made me who I am and the sheriff's office that made me who I am today. So now that I'm on the other side of it as an explorer advisor, my goal is to inspire these kids to pursue a career in law enforcement or anything that they want to do as their dreams, and anything that could benefit the community. But the reason I enjoy serving the city of Palm Coast with the Flagler County Sheriff's Office is because I grew up here. We have a very supportive and pro-law enforcement community, and it's one of the safest cities to work for.
I can't get over the transition from golf pro to firefighter. That's Palm Coast. That's what we are. That's wonderful. As you can tell, Palm Coast is home to some of the most extraordinary first responders. Would all of our first responders present please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service to our great city. And now I'd like to have Palm Coast Fire Chief Kyle Berryhill and Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley to share an update on our public safety efforts.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm Kyle Berryhill, Chief of the Palm Coast Fire Department. I'm very proud to represent the men and women who protect our community every day. And I'm honored to stand before you tonight. I want to extend my sincere thanks to Mayor Alphen for inviting me to speak and tell all of you for inviting me to speak and tell you thank you for turning out to express your commitment to the future and your interest in the city of Palm Coast. This year, our fire department achieved a significant milestone, 1/2 century of unwavering dedication to community safety. Tonight, I'm pleased to share some exciting news for our city. We're going to be establishing a new Seminole Woods fire station that will bolster our emergency response capabilities and ensure swift assistance when you need it most. In our department, our values are family, integrity, and loyalty. And you've seen those traits reflected in the stories shared in the video, but also in our stats from fiscal year 2023. We took pride in educating over 10,000 young minds during Fire Safety Month, underlying our commitment to the well-being of the community. In the face of challenges such as Hurricane Ian and Nicole, we stood firm, responding to disaster declarations and extending vital services to neighboring communities and even all the way to Fort Myers Beach area. Throughout the year, our department handled an impressive 14,310 calls, a record by almost 1,000 for service, our testament to our steadfast dedication to the safety of Palm Coast residents. As we look ahead, you can be sure that the Palm Coast Fire Department remains dedicated to serving our community. So thank you so much for your trust and continued support. It's something we tremendously value and work hard to protect.
Well, good evening. I'm Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley. It's my pleasure to be here tonight. I'd like to introduce a couple people there in the back, just so you know who's here tonight. So Commander Kenny Concalves, he is your District 2 Patrol Commander, so those green and whites that respond, the traffic units, those kind of things, they report to him. And then currently Watch Commander Brian Finn, back there in the back. He's currently the Watch Commander, but he's about to be reassigned to the liaison to the city of Palm Coast. He has a couple, 3 little kids, 2 of which are twins, right, Brian? So he's going to get a more reasonable job than working all night where they're sleeping. So congratulations, Brian. And then the Chief of Staff is in the back, Mark Strobridge, so he's here tonight. And I know, Mayor, your staff has developed and we reviewed, what we're supposed to say, but I have to make one comment. Of course, Brittany, I'm sorry, but I am going to go off script a little bit, okay? But when you got up, knowing that you were supposed to be here and went there, the expression on your staff's face was priceless, okay? So what I'd like to do tonight is just kind of mention some of the accomplishments that the men and women of the Sheriff's Office did in 2023 for our community. And I'm going to mention more on this, but I'm afraid I'll forget it to not be able to zing the fire chief here, because that's how we all work together, is we pick at each other and have a little fun at breakfast and so forth. He's proud of the 14,000 plus calls for service, and he should be proud of that. It's a very busy fire department. We answered 118,000 calls last year. So, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to mention tonight is a result of the partnership that we have with the community. I believe in guardianship policing, and that's our policing method, that we serve the community. We serve with you. And I think that's important because you're a partner with us, and that's how we've been able to decrease crime since 2017 by 54%, and that's attributed to the men and women and the partnership that we have with the City of Palm Coast and the Board of County Commissioners, because I can't do it alone. They're the funding sources. Without their support, we can't deliver for you. And we have a motto in the Sheriff's Office: an honor to serve and a duty to protect, and that's been the motto since 2017. Recently, Palm Coast was named the second safest city in Florida, and AutomateLife.net recently listed Palm Coast as the 39th safest city, now get this, in the United States, okay? And I think that affirms our commitment to serving the community. And our communication center answers all the 911 calls in the county and the non-emergency calls. So that's for the fire departments and the police departments. And we do it, APCO, which is Association of Public Safety 911 Dispatchers, basically, has a requirement that you answer a 911 call in 15 seconds or less. And almost 98% of the time, we're able to do that. And the times that we don't hit it, it's because it's like a crash on I-95, and we just get inundated with people calling in the 911 center. In fact, I want to mention that just this week on Monday, one of your 911 operators was selected as the Florida Sheriff Association Dispatcher of the Year in the entire state. Okay. We're very proud of Megan Burton to receive that award, but this is the second time in 3 years that this agency has received that award. So that just tells you the training, the dedication, and the quality of people that are serving you, because they never know what they're going to get on the other end of that 911 line. They're picking it up, all they know is a 911 call. They don't know what they're going to deal with, and they have to be ready for anything. In this particular case that put Megan over the top, a citizen called, her husband was mowing the yard, collapsed in the yard. Megan's questions determined he was having a heart attack, or actually had had a pretty significant heart attack, and she walked her through CPR. She'd never done it before in her life. And the fire department, when they got there, said because of that, he lived. Okay. Now, no, most people don't really care too much about the jail, right? Okay. But while I believe in a law and order image, I also want to rehabilitate our inmates if they're willing to take advantage of our programs so that they don't come back to the Green Roof Inn. So if I can give them a helping hand to get off the addiction, alcohol, mental health, whatever, the tools that they need, education, we're going to do that. And so we have implemented a lot of programs in the jail. And just last year, the American Jail Association awarded your jail in Flagler County the Innovation Award of the Year for a medium-sized jail. Huge accomplishment. I mentioned already that we answered almost 118,000 calls for service, but what you may not know, we also investigated 3,152 crashes last year. And we all know that we have some pretty bad drivers in Palm Coast and the city, okay? I live on the west side, and I usually stop a car on the way home and a car on the way to work. Of course, I have an unmarked car, so it comes real shocking to them when they see it light up like a Christmas tree. But actually, crashes went down last year. Our fatalities went down a little. But because one of the quality of life issues that we have is speeders and traffic complaints, since I've been sheriff with the support of both the county commission and the city of Palm Coast, the traffic unit has been increased by 130%. So I hope you haven't found our motorcycles or met them or our Mustangs. Usually by the time you see either one of them, it's too late. Okay. I will give you a little insight though. I look at our statistics. I'm a data-driven sheriff, and if you get pulled over by a deputy, you have about a 50% chance of getting a warning versus a real ticket. So, I guess that's better odds in Vegas. I don't know. I just want to tell you what we're seeing so far in 2024. Assault and battery is down 15%. Now, of course, this is only in the first month. Domestic disturbances are down 24%. Fights are down 55%. Our sex crimes that are reported are down 46%. But people don't follow judges' orders because the violation of predominantly domestic violence injunctions are up 233%. So So for those that maybe came from another place and moved here, we do enforce the judge's law. And if you commit a crime, you're going to go to the Green Roof Inn, and violating an injunction order by a judge will get you there very quick. The other area that we're seeing an uptick is shoplifting is up. And again, if you move from another community, you came to Flagler County and you want to steal from our businesses, the businesses are very active and undercover and letting us know when they apprehend a shoplifter, and we will arrest you here. It's not what you see in other states and other cities. So my suggestion is don't steal from our businesses. Don't steal from anyone, quite frankly. Get a job. There's plenty of jobs out there. And the last thing I want to mention, because I've just highlighted it, and sorry, Brittany, I know I'm way off script. On your seat, you should find our annual report. You're the first big group that's got it. It just came off the press, so it will tell you everything that we did and accomplished in 2023. And I just want to mention that the accomplishments that you see and hear that I've spoken about reflects the resilience and dedication of our team to serve you as our community. And let's continue to work together to make Palm Coast not only a secure and safe, but a thriving community. Thank you.
You know, there's a reason why public safety is first on the program, because the sheriff and the chief will both acknowledge that the support of the county and the city will always be there, because nothing else can happen here until public safety is secured. So the message was interesting, but it is a pillar of this community and will continue to be so. Palm Coast is a safe place thanks to the hard work and commitment of the men and women serving as our first responders. Their efforts and sacrifices are crucial in creating an environment that we feel secure in our homes and neighborhoods. We understand that advanced preparation plays a critical role in addressing the issues that face a community. Our hopes and dreams for our city on the rise are only wishes unless we put the resources in place for the next generation to carry forward into the future. Let's hear from members of our own utility, public works, and stormwater departments on some of their efforts in 2023 to get us ready for the future.
What we're trying to do here in the utility is have a fresh look at how we can help the residents enjoy their life here in Palm Coast. The whole issue with our PEP tank, our PEP systems, get a fresh approach.
We had a vendor come to town to show us one of their new PEP tanks. They were explaining how other cities do what they do, and there's not many that have a PEP system, so it's a very unique system. Eventually we found a way, worked with our vendor Alpha to come up with a system that would work for us to be able to pull wires straight through from the tank to the panel on the side of the house with no interruption. Nobody wants to sit down to dinner and hear the alarm going off, or their neighbor's alarm going off, or see sewage spilling into their yard. Having, I think, 16,000 PEP tanks in the system, it's a win-win, I think, for everybody.
Quick Response Team, also known as QRT, is responsible for hazard tree removal, dead animals, sight distances. During hurricane season, we're the ones that stay overnight, the first ones out on the job site. Tornadoes. This year, we didn't get a hurricane, but we did get a tornado. And we were out there 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, clearing off the roads, making sure people can get to work. As of right now, we are working on phase 2 of the tennis center, clearing out, I would say, about 7 acres of woods and hauling it off and knocking down trees. The biggest benefit is that the citizens can post their concerns, and then we get the work orders, and that way we can get to it as fast as we can. Tree removals, especially if it's over someone's house or It's, very hazardous. Everyone on QRT is great to work with. I love working with them.
In fiscal year 21, we did a total of 51 jobs and roughly 4,000 linear feet of pipe installed. For fiscal year 23, we broke that previous record. We did 53 jobs and we were just shy of 1 mile of linear feet put in. So it was a major accomplishment and milestone for everyone on the team. Our main goal going into any job, whether it's an emergency or a scheduled pipe replacement, is obviously safety. That always comes first. Taking precautions, letting the public know what our project's going to entail, how long it's going to be going for, and especially the roadways that are going to be affected as far as detours.
Keeping the project in-house usually saves us about a third of the money what it costs for a contractor to do. Contractor, for instance, on Sesame Boulevard, they had a road failure beginning to happen there. The contractor estimated that to be around $150,000. We did it in-house for about $50,000. Average age of a pipe before it needs replacement is probably around 20 to 30 years, depending on where it's located. Sometimes we have these pipes that we come across that are underwater for pretty much an entire life, and those end up being a lot shorter of a lifespan.
You have to keep in mind too that these pipes that were installed originally from ITT could be 40, 50 years old. They could be original pipes. So the infrastructure that's existing now is way past its shelf life. The new HDPE pipes, the plastic pipes we put in, their shelf life is 80 to 100 years. So when we install these pipes, we're making a permanent fix.
I'd like to take just a moment to invite the employees of these departments to stand and be recognized. Who do we have in the audience? You all don't have to be anonymous any longer. You have all played pivotal roles in maintaining Palm Coast's infrastructure, and we are grateful to you for your determination and effort. Thank you. Despite economic challenges in 2023, our utility department has maintained essential services, collaborating with Flagler County and Florida Governmental Utility Authority. We're pioneering efforts to expand water and wastewater services in our community. Anticipating growth, we've fast-tracked an engineering study to increase the capacity of our treatment plants, aligning with our goal of a city whose infrastructure evolves responsively by 2027. We also conducted a thorough study that looked at different scenarios for addressing utility rates. We understand that hearing about possible increases in utility rates can be unpleasant, but please know that these decisions are not made randomly. They're part of a plan to ensure our utility services remain exceptional, both now and in the future. When we think of critical services, we know that Palm Coast truly needs clean, safe water. We care about your opinions and appreciate your collaboration as we work to map out a resilient future for Palm Coast. Continuing our journey, I'm delighted to spotlight the efforts of our Public Works Department. From keeping our medians maintained to managing traffic, signal work orders to efficiently addressing potholes and hazardous tree removal, their commitment ensures the smooth flow of our city's infrastructure. In 2023, their in-house road and facility maintenance projects were a testament to their efficiency and their projects, translated into significant savings of tens of thousands of dollars for our residents. Their meticulous asset management for fleet vehicles resulted in an impressive recoup of over $894,000. $100,000 in the same year, an example of their strategic financial planning. In 2023, the accomplishments of our stormwater and engineering department, particularly the pipe crew, have shattered records and marked new milestones, underscoring their unwavering allegiance to excellence. Their work continues that our community is better equipped to handle challenges that may occur with our drainage system or possibly avoid them altogether. It also contributes to our sustainability and showcases its commitment to utilizing the latest technology for now and in the future. In Palm Coast, our commitment to public safety and the maintenance of critical services and infrastructure makes it an ideal place for residents to live and businesses to thrive. Let's listen now to some of our local business owners as they tell us, in their own words, what made them choose Palm Coast as a unique place to call home and run a business.
2008, I got serious. And so I spent like 2 years just playing around with different ideas, what I could do, using what I knew back in corporate, and then going to a niche that the big boys wouldn't be able to play, which is in this energy management business. In a nutshell, we do energy monitoring in every home and every facility, be it the banks or the outlets in Daytona. And then what they do as a landlord, right, you can issue bill to them respectively. The project came up about this role, what can we play in the city? And then the Plum Harbor Golf Course restaurant came up about how ways to charge for the utilities being used rather than having taxpayers subsidize for the operation. We introduced actually with a proposal to the city about putting a smart meter there, which they have now. And the good thing about it now is that from a city, including myself as a taxpayer, is that you're not funding private entity using public space. That's what we want to do with Palm Coast. I mean, because it's the right thing to do for taxpayers. I tell you, the life here is just amazing. I love Palm Coast. I literally, truly, yeah, it's amazing.
We started Redefined Food Company on March 1st, 2019, so it'll be 5 years this year. And the reason why we started Redefined was because Joey has Crohn's disease. And we knew that it's a lot of work to eat healthy by changing his diet. He's basically been off all medicine.
12 to 19, I was sick on and off a lot. I had a major surgery when I was 19, and that was kind of like the pivotal moment where I was like, I really need to focus on health a lot more. I'm a big foodie. I went to culinary school, so like I love trying new restaurants, and that's like my thing. So anytime a new good spot opens, I do go and eat. But I would say 95 to 98% of the food is what we cook here. So either Buddha bowls, salads, wraps. That's what I'm eating on a day-to-day basis because I'm here every day of the week. So with the new space, it's just cool to be in like a new kitchen and just be able to get inspired by different things, and always being in a new space and getting some new equipment is exciting, and changing the menu is exciting, and that's what keeps like cooks going. I think if you don't change things around, it just gets boring. The monotony of it is too much. So you got to be inspired, and everything that those tennis players and pickleball players are going to be wanting, we'll have. Wraps, salads, smoothies. Of course, we're going to have some not so healthy things too, because we know it's not just going to be completely health-oriented people. We're going to do wings and burgers and some tacos. Being in a brand new building that's beautiful is really cool too. Like that building's gorgeous.
And all that outdoor seating.
Yeah. Hopefully we get families that come that just want to hang out and have some good food. I mean, we're going to have a bar there too, so you'll have to get a couple drinks and listen to some good music and have some really good food because we're going to be cooking it. And then, just a different cool area for Palm Coast.
I'd like to invite our featured entrepreneurs to stand and be recognized. Thank you so much. Anyone here? There he is. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your stories with us. We wish you all continued success, and if you get a chance, ask him about his barbecue sauce. It has nothing to do with that, but I know it's a big secret, so ask him. In 2023, Palm Coast experienced significant business growth in many industries. We renewed our commitment to supporting local businesses through the Florida Small Business Development Center. Our partnership ensures that our vibrant business community has access to a wide variety of assistance, promoting growth and encouragement. We also celebrated the grand opening of Advent Health Palm Coast Parkway, a cutting-edge healthcare facility that has created over 600 jobs locally. This establishment is a crucial response to the health demands of our growing population. In a monumental effort to elevate our healthcare sector, Palm Coast hosted a healthcare roundtable. This initiative convened stakeholders to fortify relationships, address workforce challenges, and ensure thriving healthcare environment in our city. Resulting initiatives include investments in healthcare training, strengthened collaborations, affordable student housing solutions, and a focus on retaining local talent. Healthcare infrastructure will continue to advance here in 2024. Construction is underway for a state-of-the-art cancer center at Advent Health in Palm Coast. This endeavor is a testament to our partnerships for our residents' well-being. As we continue to look ahead in 2024, Town Center and the State Road 100 corridor will be bustling with activity. The new BJ's Wholesale Club is slated to open by summertime, bringing with it a handful of retail and restaurants. Miller's Ale House, Longhorn Steakhouse have already been confirmed. At the corner of Bulldog Drive and Central Avenue, the Promenade will soon break ground. This multi-use facility will have retail, coffee shops, and restaurants on the ground floor and 1 and 2 bedroom housing units on the top floor. Ideal for young adults or students studying at the adjacent UNF and Jacksonville universities, higher education sites. The rooftop will be a prime location for special events, and the property will also include recreational amenities. The development injects vibrancy into our city. We look forward to sharing more information on this project and others later this year and perhaps later this evening. As you can see, Palm Coast is at the cusp of unparalleled advancement and prosperity. We eagerly support local businesses and are passionate about attracting outside industries that foster innovation. The synergy of economic development initiatives envisions a dynamic cityscape, reducing the burden on residential taxes and bringing more business to Palm Coast. Our community thrives not only on hard work, but also on hard play. Our parks are more than just spaces. They are havens of beauty, joy, and relaxation. People are drawn to our area for our breathtaking trails, diverse wildlife, and thrilling recreation, all under the warm Florida sunshine. Now let's hear from some residents who have experienced firsthand the incredible offerings of our Parks and Recreation Department.
name is Sarah Reese. I attend a Tuesday night autism spectrum disorder social group. My mom introduced it to me back in 2022. It made me feel pretty comfortable meeting new friends who have the same disability as me.
One of the reasons why we moved up here was for different opportunities for Sarah, not only for employment but also for socialization. When this group became available, it was one of the first things that I wanted her to get involved with. People with autism, people with other disabilities were accepted. Their behaviors, their quirks, they were all accepted.
I look forward to just hanging out with my friends. I don't really know what could happen because it's a surprise, but I pretty much just like to look forward to being with my friends.
I enjoyed playing basketball outside. I get to be with my friends and play games in the water.
When I come here, I get to make friends, and lots of them, and see old friends.
This summer, I'm looking forward to doing crafts, going outside, and doing field trips.
This summer, I'm really looking forward to go on field trips, have Kona ice, and go to the pool.
I discovered as I got a little older that my balance wasn't great. I saw the ad for the community center. I had done some other great programs here. I joined and my balance has improved. I now go twice in one day, and I'm a runner. And I have found that as I run, one thing around here in Florida are routes and trails, and it has helped me negotiate routes better, and if I go on a trail and just feel more confident in life.
I had been pretty inactive during COVID, like many people, and so that's what led me to this. But it really becomes a community thing. You know, you meet people, you look forward to going. Instead of, oh, I've got to go exercise, you think, oh boy, I'm going to go exercise today. Older people, myself included, can tend to isolate sometimes because they're afraid to go out. There's not much to do. For single people especially, it's really a friendly place to be. I think people come for the exercise and stay for the community.
Would those included in the video please stand and be recognized? Anyone here? Oh, there they are. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I think I speak for everyone here when I say we are very happy that you found Palm Coast. In 2023, we added new amenities to our breathtaking waterfront park. The endeavor, funded in part by Florida Inland Navigation District grant, included the installation of a floating dock for kayaks and paddleboards, a spacious concrete gathering pad, and extensive landscaping. Phase B of the project is already underway, focusing on yet additional parking. And to further enrich your waterway experience, a state-of-the-art rental kiosk offers kayak and paddleboard rentals on site. A similar kiosk is planned for Long Creek in the next few months. To add more exciting news, our residents will soon celebrate the opening of the Southern Recreation Center, made possible in part by the $739,000 grant by the Flagler County Tourism Development Council. The Southern Recreation Center transforms the existing Tenant Center site into a state-of-the-art complex with community meeting rooms, recreational programming, a restaurant, patios, and balcony space. And I know the gentleman is in the audience. Get ready, hold it, wait for it. 12 pickleball courts. The facility, which is part of the city's Parks and Recreation Master Plan, will be the ultimate addition to our recreation landscape. Adjacent to the Southern Recreation Center, you will find improvements to the Lehigh Trailhead. This project is a direct result of the partnerships of the Florida Department of Transportation and the River to Sea Transportation Planning Organization with the City of Palm Coast. Here you'll find community gardens, 2 dog parks, benches, restrooms, a paved parking lot, and I will just add this in that the Secretary of Transportation of the state of Florida was absolutely on top of and keen about the Lehigh Trail. So we have their attention in Tallahassee, and we'll keep it. And for even more to look forward to, the recent successful completion of a sports feasibility study has paved the way for a proposed sports complex on the undeveloped western extension of Palm Coast, encompassing indoor facilities, outdoor amenities. This complex is poised to become an economic catalyst, attracting visitors and creating sustainable revenue streams. Efforts are underway to secure a location with private funding options being explored, all having a compelling impact on our community. As we continue to navigate the path forward, let's embrace the upcoming year with optimism, unity, and a shared pledge to make Palm Coast an even more wonderful place to live, learn, work, and play. Now, I'd like to introduce you to some of the most selfless and dedicated individuals I've ever met. Those who go above and beyond to serve others. These individuals embody the spirit of service and volunteerism, and it is through their tireless efforts that our community continues to be a place where we are all proud to live. At this time, I would like to recognize 3 incredible residents who stood out in 2023 and thank them for their outstanding contributions to our community. First and foremost, I'm delighted to recognize the recipient of this year's Public Service Award, Mr. David Lyden. His unwavering dedication to serving the veteran community in Palm Coast and Flagler County has set an exemplary standard for public service. For over 7 years, Mr. Lyden has served as Veteran Services Officer for Flagler County. His commitment to the welfare of veterans is truly unmatched as a career Air Force veteran and current reservist. Mr. Lyden embodies the values of honor, duty, and service. In the spirit of Mr. Lyden's own philosophy, we are all inspired to step up and contribute to the betterment of our surroundings. Let us not merely watch from the sidelines, but as he encourages, get out and help pull the wagon. Congratulations, David Lyden, on being the recipient of the Public Service Award. Your service truly deserves this honor. Next, it is with great pleasure that I announce the recipient of this year's Citizen of the Year Award, Miss Carrie Baird. As the Chief Executive Officer of the Flagler Cares a nonprofit agency dedicated to building a robust social safety net for our community. Ms. Baird has demonstrated exceptional leadership and commitment to addressing the diverse needs of our community. In her role, Ms. Baird has been a catalyst for initiatives spanning affordable housing, living wages, and support for the working poor. Flagler Cares actively tackles a range of essentials from benefits and financial stability to mental health and homelessness. Flagler Cares has pledged a minimum of $1 million annually to address critical social service needs in our community, thanks to a generous endowment from Dr. Stephen Bickle. Ms. Baird's outstanding leadership, dedication, and transformative initiatives make her a most deserving recipient of the Citizen of the Year Award. Congratulations. And finally, it is a privilege to announce the recipients of the Next Generation Award. I've been waiting all night to be able to get to this. Eric Libby and the To-Do Dudes. Eric, as the founder and CEO, embodies innovation and entrepreneurial spirit. Since its establishment in 2020, the To-Do Dudes have passionately pursued a dual mission, fostering personal and professional growth in students while helping community neighbors. Whether you need help with moving, outdoor work, errands, or house chores, the To-Do Dudes have become a beacon of support in the community. Beyond their business success, they give back by donating to the Flagler County Education Foundation and volunteering for community initiatives, such as assisting with the City of Palm Coast Tunnel to Towers 5K event each year, coming up. Eric Libby and the To-Do Dudes exemplify the spirit of the Next Generation Award, showcasing a commitment to the development of future leaders. Congratulations. They're right. We need everyone to be part of this conversation. As residents, your insights and ideas will shape the policies and priorities that define our community. I encourage you to engage in this process and take an active role in shaping the future of our beloved city. Why did you choose Palm Coast? And what can we do to validate your choice? What do you envision for the future? I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for attending the State of the City. Your presence and engagement underscore the strong community spirit that defines who we are and why we care. The story of our Palm Coast is still being written, and your participation is essential to its narrative. Let's continue writing the story together, stay involved, stay informed, and let your voice be heard. Thank you.
you.